Welcome back to Not Done Talking. It's just Maria today. It's just me. Amy's in España. She's with her husband and they're living it up. They're living the vida loca in Spain. And she's coming back next week. So I'm solo potting just a bit. And then I have a guest joining me in a second. And yeah, we're going to take off next week. So just everyone be aware, we're going to take off next week. And then we'll be back the week after. But today we have something special in store for you. So I have a friend, Richard. He is joining me to talk about Love Island USA. But before we do that, I really would just wanted to talk about some of the new stories right now. So just super quick, let's go through the headlines and then I'm gonna drop in that segment with Richard. We had Love Island movie night last night, so that is what I care about right now. But I did want to see I saw, Bravo and Cocktails, they have a update about who's coming back to Summer House season 11. So we have Carl, Kyle, Jesse, Mia, and Bailey coming back to season 11. And then Sierra and Lindsay are going to be coming in and out. And then we have West, Amanda, Levi, KJ, and Dara who are not coming back. Oh, and I forgot Ben, which I think is for the better. I'm like, get Ben out of my face. I wasn't a big fan of him anyways. But West, we already knew he was not coming back. He got fired. Amanda probably didn't come back because Sierra's going to be coming back part-time. So we'll see how it goes. I'm happy that Mia and Bailey are back. And then there's going to be two girls and two guys, I think maybe more newbies. So we'll see if we like them. I don't know. I think sometimes they just bring people in to test them out and then they just cut them out of the edit, like Levi from this last season or Emerald from the season before. So I'm sure these people will come and some of them will go and some of them won't. What else? Oh, I wanted to talk to y'all really quick about the Tom Sandoval video. So Tom Sandoval, this story posted earlier this week about Tom Sandoval getting a restraining order out on his girlfriend Victoria, and there was a picture posted of him with a bruise and things like that. And then fast forward to I guess her rebuttal or somebody leaked this video from his security footage, and Tom is seemingly on drugs or something. So Victoria's outside of their house with her dad by a fire pit, and they're just talking. The dad, I think, might be smoking a cigarette, and then Tom comes out and he's acting a fool. He's really intense. He's getting mad. He's yelling at the dad, and then he realizes that Victoria might be recording him, and so he runs up to Victoria and he's kind of towering over her and kind of getting in her face, trying to take her phone. And the dad gets mad and he's like, "Get off my daughter." And he pulls Tom off. And then Tom shoves the dad into the fire pit. And so this is the prelude, I think, to whatever incident happened in that household where the dad just goes after Tom. And this is giving such little sibling energy because this is so me where I'm I instigate shit with my older brothers when I'm a kid. And then you just hit the road. You just get the fuck out of there and hide. And that is literally Tom, just fucking screamed in door and ran after he pushes the dad into the fire pit. And so the dad chases him apparently. This is when we don't see the camera footage anymore. And that's all we know. I guess there's a footage or there's a picture of the door that for the room that Tom was hiding in, and the door is just ripped open. It's giving The Shining. But anyway, so Tom's having a bad week. James Kennedy is engaged to Jordan Myers. She's the girl that he's been dating for 8 months. She's pregnant. I have nothing to say about it. Before I cut to this Love Island thing, I want to say that I am reading Yesteryear and I really recommend it. This is a book about what do you even call it? A trad wife influencer who is kind of a bitch. And it kind of reminds me of Ballerina Farms. Do you guys know Ballerina Farms, the influencer? So it's basically about this trad wife, Christian woman who's married with a bunch of kids, and she gets sent back in time to a real colonial 1800s, and she doesn't have the luxuries that she actually has on her trad wife life, I don't know, a chicken coop where the doors open and close on their own, or modern day heating, or fancy bread oven, like, she actually has to live, like, a real traditional life, and it's pretty entertaining. Anne Hathaway bought the rights to the book, so or sorry, yeah, she bought the rights to the book, and she's gonna make a movie out of it, I think. So, I'm so excited for that. Also, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, that I think is being made into the movie, so I cannot wait to see that. Okay, so that's it for your quick topics, and then we're gonna talk to Richard. Richard's gonna give you the tea on Love Island USA movie night, episode 25. So good. If you guys don't stick around for it, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm going to Portugal. And, yeah, I'll give you the lowdown on Portugal when I get back. Amy will give you the lowdown on Spain and Belgium. And I hope you guys have an amazing 4th of July. Without further ado, here's me and Richard. We're recording. I've got Richard here. Richard, how's it going? How's
It is
life?
life is good. Life is definitely better for me than the guys in the villa.
Love Island.
That's for sure.
Wait, okay, okay. Who do you think looks the worst after movie night?
Uh it's gotta be sincere. The I feel
Yeah.
like the girls knew, everyone knew that he was kind of saying one thing and doing another, but boy, seeing the back-to-back clips of it, and that hasn't even shown or Casa yet.
I know. The my beloved. I can't stop all day I've been saying beloved. And all day I've been saying mama happy.
Well, I'll tell you what I my prediction for Thursday night's episode.
Uh-huh.
Did you notice how before movie night he showed Melanie how to do sign language and how to do her name?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did that exact thing with the girl in Casa, and I guarantee they show that. And she thought she was so special, and she's gonna see him doing the exact same thing with the other girl.
With Amora. Oh
Yeah,
my god, that would be epic. Not epic, like, I'm not happy, but that is
epically awful.
crazy. You know what I saw? Okay, so when we first started watching movie night, they panned to Melanie and she has, like, tears down her face, and I think they switched it. Like, I think so we saw Zach first, but I think they saw Sincere first.
That would make sense because there was no reason for her to be pre-crying.
I don't unless she was just, like, ready to I don't know. It was just a little weird that sh and she was, like, very quiet, so
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if they showed them in the because naturally for them, they don't wanna lead off with the Melanie Sincere because that's, like, what you wanna put right before you cut the episode
uh-huh.
off, so and I think in the challenges, they do it in different orders because you'll notice people have, like, gone and cleaned up, so it's like, "Oh, well, this is not the first, like, round."
Yes, yes, you're so right. Okay, so it starts with Zach. So we start with seeing the clips of Zach with Alana, I think is where it starts. Is that her name?
Ye
Alana. And
yeah.
then but then they like, Kata doesn't know in the beginning that Alana gets sent home. So I was kinda pissed. I was like I wanted her to see that, and then I was like, "Damn, I guess she's not gonna find out, like, he's gonna get away with this."
And then ho did she realize it last minute, or did someone point it out last minute? Because it was at the tail end, like, he thought he had survived it,
I
and then
know,
she's like, "That's strange."
I think it was, like, somebody else's, clip, like, so like, one of the guys, but do you know what I wonder? I wonder if a producer told one of them to be like, "Hey, like, how did they notice?" Somebody was like, "Where's the angel girl?"
No, it was when they showed KC
Uh-huh.
picking,
Oh, TT.
picking TT, and so they
Uh-huh.
had all the girls lined up, and one of them pointed out, "Hey, where's the angel girl?"
Yeah. But I'm like, did production tell them or did she really actually notice that? Because that's crazy if she just actually noticed that one person was missing.
Well, that would be the only one she was looking for. I'll tell
True.
you,
True.
when she was watching that, the death stare that she shot over at Zach, I mean, that's a 13 out of 10 legendary put it on a t-shirt death stare.
Okay, so I think because Anaya was going in, I think, on Casey. And so Kata was just like seething, like waiting to get her chance to go at Zach, but she knew she couldn't go at him right away, so she had to wait.
It was just building, boiling up. I my favorite, I think my favorite line from the entire night was
Uh-huh.
when Kata goes, "Bitch, that's a family cat."
Yes! I love that. So, okay, what Richard's talking about is when they played the conversation of Zach and Alana, and Alana's like, "I have a cat," and Zach's like, "Oh, I have a cat too." And then Kate is like, "Bitch, that's a family cat." That is so funny. Did you see, I don't know if you're like this chronically online, but Alana's been going like on podcasts and stuff, and she's like making the rounds.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
So
She went on Ray J's podcast.
is she going out and like defending what got her kicked off, or is she going out and
Yeah.
like spilling the tea on what happened in the villa?
No, I think she's like defending from what I've seen, only clips, but I think she's saying that the pictures that were released, so there was like snap images of her using a racial slur. She's saying those are fake and that they're AI. So she's saying that the only thing that she did do was that video that she took and that it was 4 years ago and she was singing a rap song.
You know, I don't doubt that there is probably real video out there of her doing that. But
Yeah.
in today's age, like you could make an AI video so quick and even if you could figure out it was fake a day or two later, damage is already done.
Yeah. That would suck. If somebody made fake pictures of something, I don't know. I don't know if it's verified that it's fake,
Well, if
but
she's owning up to the first video, then it's
uh-huh,
like
uh-huh.
she would have been cooked anyway. And chances are, if there's one video, there's two videos.
Yeah. Yeah, especially with like the hyper online Gen Z crowd. Okay, so let me look at my notes. I'm like, what else happened? What did you
First,
think of? Okay, go ahead.
first thing I had was okay, so Amaya's going to live in a log cabin and Carl's going to dance. Like this is their dream for the future.
Wait, I liked that because
Oh,
you know because
I
I didn't
liked
know
it, but
that
it was
Carl
funny.
dances. Did you know Carl dances?
Didn't he dance really well in the challenge?
No, because remember it was the cake challenge, but he came out of the cake at the end, so we never
That's
got to
right.
see him. I
So
wanna
if Carl can
know.
dance, I want to see him dance.
Same.
Um, I I did not like that. I just thought it was funny. Like I did not peg Amaya for being someone that wants to live in a log cabin if she ever wins the lottery, and I did not see Carl as the dancer of the two.
You know what I thought was funny? He was like, "If money wasn't an option, what would you do?" And then in my head, I was like, "Well, kind of money isn't an option because 'cause aren't they
Yeah,
both, like, pretty wealthy?" Like, Anaya's dad was an NBA player, and I'm pretty
that's
sure
right.
Carl is, like, quite wealthy, comes from family money from what I've seen on his TikTok. So I'm like, isn't that
He
kind of your life?"
he doesn't give off struggle vibes for sure.
No, he doesn't. He's like a, I'm pretty sure he's like a sailor. He has a lot of yeah, he's like a
And I'm assuming not like join the Navy sailor, but like owns
no,
a
we're
boat and
talking
like
like Nantucket, like Martha's Vineyard, like that kind of sailor. Okay, what did you think of I'm trying to like the Kenzie and Jen situation?
Kenzie. Okay, so if we're going all the way to like when they confronted each other about it,
Uh-huh.
I do think like Kenzie should have told her right away, but she did pull her to tell her. So I think like Jen
Yeah.
jumped on her a little bit there, but I think Jen was like, "All right, here's my opportunity to, bitch you out because I'm pissed that you took my man."
Yeah.
Which she's allowed to be upset about. I just can't with Kenzie. Like, for all the flack she gave Corbin, she has
Yeah.
had two guys the entire season. I don't think there's been one day where she hasn't been exploring at least two people.
I know, and now she's like so there was a scene where after Dylan cries, which we can get into Dylan crying, which I didn't see a tear. Like, I didn't see any tears come from Dylan's eyes. But after, like, she agrees to close it off with him, and I'm curious if you noticed this, she was frowning, like, she did not wanna close it off, but she felt like she had to, and her face, she was like I can't even explain, like, she goes to hug him, and she was like
I have to go back and look at that. She when she was sitting there rubbing his head, I'm just like, "This is so sad." Like, I'll be honest, I've had someone have that conversation with me before, not in the
Uh-huh.
confines of a
That
game
that
show.
that they kissed somebody else or what
Yeah,
okay, okay.
and thank goodness it wasn't on national television
But
because
Richard, they knew each other for, like, 4 days. Maybe
that
even less.
too, like, first off, why are you crying over anybody after 4 days?
Yeah,
Second off, you watched the first 20 days of Kenzie being on here, like, I almost have no sympathy, like, bro, you knew what you were signing up for.
I know. So when I saw it, I was like, "Okay, this is gonna go one of 2 ways. America is gonna love him and think he's like a sweetheart and a tender, sensitive guy, or America is gonna think this is manipulation and that he's, like, being performative," and I think it's the latter. Like,
Oh,
I've seen online,
no.
people are like, "I didn't see a single tear," and I said the same thing. I didn't see actual tears, like, he was making the face, but I didn't see water coming out of his eye, and it felt like a little much. And then the scene where he's in the bathroom, so, like, they go to bed and he's in the bathroom talking to himself. Did you catch that? And he, like, puts
Uh,
a towel on his head.
yeah, like, he looked like, a player on the end of the bench that just lost a championship. Boy, if that was performative, I think someone gave him bad advice because I don't think you were gonna get a lot of, like, respect or sympathy from America on that,
Mm-mm.
and if that is real, now the whole world knows this guy's a pretty easy mark, like, boy, you can go in 3 or 4 days, he's gonna be in love and off to the races.
Yeah, that's true. So the Gal thing, you know how Gal in the last episode did, like, a whole kind of you said this actually, that he was, like, gaslighting Jen?
Yeah,
His
because he was
Good.
he he, like, expressed something, and then, like, she responded to it, and to me, it didn't come across as, like, super dismissive or certainly not aggressive, and then he instantly goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, you're being too aggressive. I don't think I can handle this. We should break up," and it's like, "Okay, so you came here to break up with her. Don't, like, pick a fake fight and then turn it around like she did something to cause this." Like, I think that's, like, textbook gaslighting, right?
That's exactly what he did, and I saw God, I realize how chronically online I am because 'cause I'm telling you this. Um, the coffee shop that he owns is managed and operated by women, and they are giving out free coffees to anyone named Jen, and his family is, like, shitting on him online. Like,
Oh, no.
they're, like, taking Jen's side, which I think is kinda funny.
I mean, I've got Jen's side on it too. Like, if you're not
Yeah.
into her, that's fine. You wanna explore, like, you wanna end it with her, that's okay. But don't basic because she when she was sitting there talking about it afterwards, she was like, "I'm running it through my head," and, like, she looked legitimately confused, like, "What just happened?" Don't
Yeah.
try to make her feel like she's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, you're so right. Well, did you notice that afterwards, Jen was, like, kind of explaining what happened? Like, "Oh, yeah, we're not seeing each other anymore," or whatever. But I felt like she was kinda telling people a different story. Like, she was like, "Yeah, we decided it wasn't working," or like, "I thought," and I was like, "Well, he kind of ended it with you. I don't know why you're saying, like, we decided."
100% she tried to put that, it was a mutual decision spin,
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, did you get fired today?" "No, no, no. Me and my boss, we just had a mutual
Yeah.
decision to explore other opportunities."
Okay,
No.
do you think Gal has any chemistry with anyone else? Like, now that Kenzie is kind of closed off with Dylan, I
We'll
don't
see.
I just, like, I can't picture Gal and Amora having a thing, like, I just didn't get their vibe. They had a conversation and there was no chemistry there whatsoever.
Well, and the conversation now again, I know they don't show us everything because these people are out here talking, 20 hours a day and we
You're
see
right.
5 minutes of it. But
Yeah.
she basically told a story about how she, like, accidentally borderline became a stripper for a day,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he was like, "Oh, like, she's really down to earth. I have a lot of chemistry." I'm like, I mean, cool story, but like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sold now."
Yeah, I think he's the liar. Like, I think he just says shit like, "I think I have a really good chemistry with." He said, like, he liked Jen, and then he was like, "Yeah, I didn't like her." And so, like, I think he just says shit to get on the show. Like, I think he's trying to stay on as long as he can.
Well, 100%. He wanted, I think, to get on the show, period, for
Mhm.
clout. I think he's trying to stay on the show for clout, but, like, he's gonna come out of this having had no real connection and really being pretty not memorable other than he was kind of a douchebag.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't think it's gonna have the effect, that he intended.
But do you it could blow up his, like his coffee shop might do well after this. I don't know.
I mean, if I was going out there for a trade show next week, I'd probably swing by and check it out. So
Oh,
I
really?
yeah, so I guess,
It
what's that? There's no
works.
such thing as bad publicity.
There isn't. Okay, I'm looking at oh, wait, I have a note on my notes. Carl's mouth tape. That's all it says, Carl's mouth tape. I don't know if
Was
you
he
caught
sleeping
this.
with it?
Yeah.
I did
It's
not
like
catch that.
it's like this big black, like, tape on his mouth. It was really funny.
I have purchased mouth tape before, but never actually used it. It made just
What is
putting it
it
on one
for? It makes you
um,
breathe through your nose?
yes, to help with snoring.
Okay, okay. Oh, you know what? Sleeping in that room, do you know how disruptive it would be if somebody snored? Like, I don't understand how they sleep in that room together.
I feel like if someone was snoring, they would like old dude would make a joke about like, "Oh, it sounds like they're sawing logs."
Yeah.
So I guess they maybe that's one of the questions on the application. Do you snore?
Do you snore? Apparently, they do, like, very intense psychological testing to make sure if you can, like, handle the shit
I've
you're about to go through.
I've seen some people from past seasons talk about, and they're like, what you don't get is like, because they only have, I think, one alcohol drink a day.
Yeah,
So it's like you're out
they
here all
said 2,
day,
but I think it's just 1.
like you're not drinking, and you're literally just sitting around, no phone, no TV, just talking to each other. And I guess
Like
they make them
prison.
like get up early, pretty early, and make them go to bed late. Like they don't let them sleep, 12 hours a day.
Yeah, it's literally like prison in paradise. It's a
Okay, that's
right?
a pretty yeah, that's a pretty good description. That makes me want to, you know, give me a
Do you wanna
bid. Yeah.
do you wanna go get locked up on Love Island?
Ah, see, there's the spinoff show,
You're
Locked
too
Up on
old.
Love I
You're too old. You have to be like 20,
I
literally like 21.
I've been too old since Love
I'm
Island
too
USA
old.
came out.
Yeah,
At
same.
no point in watching Love Island have I been age appropriate to go on there.
At no point have I been, like, in the body they literally sit in bikinis all day. They're doing, like they're working out in their bathing suits. They're literally, like, bending over and doing yoga in their bathing suits. It's insane to me. Okay, what else do I have on my notes? I guess we should talk about movie night. Like, we kind of just talked about the lead up to it.
Yeah. Uh, one side note before movie night, as I just
Uh-huh.
ran over my notes, I said, "Damn, Kata spilling that tea." I think Kata was very happy to pull Jen aside and tell her that
I love that she did that.
because
That was a
otherwise,
girl's girl move.
otherwise, she would have told her when she told her, and she would have like gotten credit for being up front. When like, no, when 8 other people know about it, and you've already told your man, and he's crying across the villa, like you should have gone to Jen almost, if not first, then
Yeah.
immediately after you talked to Dylan.
Yeah, and they showed her she was just puttering around. Kenzie was just, like, puttering around the kitchen all morning, and she had,
Well,
like, all this time to pull Jen.
and again, Dylan's overreacting because he's known her, 72 hours.
Yeah.
But I like how Kenzie's like, I hate this. Now I feel really bad. And I'm like, yeah, like when you do bad things to people, you feel bad. Like you shouldn't be shocked at this result. Like you literally just did the same thing to Caleb.
And she was mad. remember she was mad at Melanie for exploring Corbin? It's like you're literally worse than Melanie because Melanie checked if it was okay before she even went to meet Corbin.
To make a Star Wars quote, the
Mhm.
hypocrisy is strong with this one.
The hypocrisy is strong.
Yep.
She's the one who did the the thing where she said her 2030 vision is better than the 2013 vision, which by let me just say I don't know about like vision superiority, but I wouldn't say it with such confidence if I didn't know it. I
I
wouldn't be
will
like,
give
"I'm a
Kenzie
nurse."
credit. The one thing she is not lacking for is
Uh-huh.
confidence. Whatever
Yeah.
whether there's any truth to what she's saying, she says it with conviction.
Yeah, she really does. I
Um,
she's gonna get crushed in movie night.
oh, it's gonna be but of course, like, heck, I think with her, there's gonna be less surprises in movie night because I think everyone, I don't think there much of what she's gonna do people don't know about. Now, maybe seeing it's gonna be worse, but she doesn't nothing she did pre Casa is gonna matter because Corbin doesn't care and Caleb doesn't care. And then
True.
and then I don't remember if she was doing much during Casa with
Mhm.
anyone other than Dylan. So I don't and her and Dylan weren't like official yet. So I don't know how upset Dylan can get over anything that happened during that time period. So she
I
may
I
she
think
may
the
skate a
girls are
little
gonna
bit.
get mad. I think the girls are gonna get mad
Um,
because she kissed remember she kissed Corbin in the room, and they were like, "Let's not tell anyone about this." And
that's
she
right.
told Jen. And so I think the girls are gonna get mad, Corbin's gonna get shit for that, and I think Corbin might just give her shit for all of it. Just because Corbin just likes to, like, have another victim to, like, make fun of.
Well, and
He's like a
Corbin
villain.
definitely like he's a villain, and I think he likes it because like
Yeah.
he likes poking the girls, knowing that they're gonna then come shit all over him, and I don't think he cares at this point.
No, he doesn't care that he looks like an asshole, which you have to give him credit. Like, Casey is a villain, but, like, doesn't and Sincere is kind of a villain, but I don't think they know it. Whereas, like, Corbin is, like, leaning into it so
He's
hardcore.
he's owning it, which like
Yeah.
not saying that like I approve of villain behavior, but if you're
Yeah.
gonna do it, then at least own it and don't shy
Yeah.
away from it. And he's been pretty at least upfront with his villainy.
Mhm.
First note I had here leading to movie night. These dudes know they're cooked.
Yeah.
They knew it.
Dylan, though, Dylan's not, he's just eating popcorn.
I will have to show you. I like record. I like took pictures when they were having that conversation and showing the guys' faces, and it's just like Gaul sitting there like this. Carl's like looks absolutely terrified. Dylan's
Uh-huh.
just sitting there like he's literally at the movies. Um, because those guys are like, I know this isn't going to be bad on us, but boy, the rest of y'all are in for it.
No. Oh, Zach was pissing me off at movie night because he was trying to equate so he's like, double standards," because everyone was mad at KC, and then they show Anaya's video. I felt like Anaya it's not a double standard because Anaya was respectful in the way that she went about talking to Carl. She's like, "Well, my partner doesn't really seem that into me, so I'm open to getting to know you." Well, my partner like, she kept saying she wasn't, like, shitting on KC behind his back, and KC was, like, shitting on Anaya consistently behind her back.
Yeah, the things they were saying is definitely what makes the difference between something being like really bad and something being more acceptable.
Mhm.
And I don't know why, like, is I would assume for the guys to be really talking down about their partners back at the villa when they're in Casa More, I would assume that would be like a turnoff to the other women. Like, yo, if you're talking about
Yes.
her like that, then what do you say about me when I'm not around? Now, obviously,
Yes.
they want to get back to the villa, so they didn't care.
Yeah.
I and I think the guys, and this is probably all guys, are not as able to separate the hey, we're making out or hey, I'm like being disrespectful in my words. Like they kind of just
Mhm.
put it all at once. So I see why like while the initial reaction to, wait a second, I'm over here literally getting yelled at, screamed at, and over here you're going, oh my gosh. Like, I can see how that would be frustrating, but I
Uh-huh.
think to your point, I think they're not separating that. Yeah, you could go and be like exploring and making out and dancing or whatever, but you don't have to be dogging the person back at home.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Okay, that's interesting. So you don't think they understand the nuance. I think
I
Zach is just like looking for a reason to be mad at the girls or like to equalize it a little bit.
I think there is a little bit of like I think the guys and I think the girls too, and I think you see it when they're both going at each other. I think they've gotten so close with their guys or with their girls that they want to like defend their boy, like, hey, like I know he might have messed up, but
Mm.
like he's not a bad guy. Don't be trashing him like that. But if I'm Zach and I've just been caught not mentioning that the angel went home early,
Yeah.
like you gotta put down the shovel sometimes.
I love how you called her the angel. Yeah. Okay, what else? What else? Oh, I have a note about TT because I couldn't really understand why she was getting mad. Like there was a and I wonder if they cut it weird, but there's a part where like Anaya's getting mad at Casey and then everyone's mad at Casey after his recording. And then TT's getting mad because she's like, you guys all pulled me for chats and said that you've never seen Casey happier, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, that's not what they were saying at all. Like, I don't understand what the hell you're talking about.
So that was in reference to like shortly before that, the girls were
Uh-huh.
basically asking the guys like basically saying like, "Hey, you knew he was going to bring her back, and you didn't tell me,
Okay.
so you're not really like, rocking with me or being honest with me." And they were like, "No, we didn't know. Like it was a tough decision. We didn't know what he was going to do." And TT
Oh,
was like, "Y'all all told me." So she was basically like, "Don't act like you didn't know he was going to bring me back. Like you all saw it and knew this was how this was going to go down."
I see. Okay, okay, okay. So
And the
you're
guys were
saying
kind of
like
trying to play dumb.
when they're at the fire pit, the guys were like, I don't know what Casey's gonna do. Is that what you're saying? Like during the recoupling?
I think during the recoupling and even like
Okay.
right after when like they're talking to Anaya about it and they're like, "Oh yeah, we just didn't know what he was gonna do," or like, "Oh, I was really surprised," and he's like, TT's
Oh.
like, "No, you guys weren't surprised. Like you were just not trying to be the bearer of bad news."
Okay. Well, did you see that TT's been on 2 different dating shows before this?
No, what has she
Yeah,
been
no.
on?
They're, like, very small dating shows, I've never heard of them before, and then she also saw, like, a restraining order against
I
her.
did
Did you
see
see
that.
that? I don't know if it was, like, verified or whatnot, but that was
I
interesting.
I think it was, and I mean, I can see it because she's right
She
or
was
wrong, she's gonna stick up for her man.
Yeah, for real. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see.
Let's
Mama
see,
Hoppy.
the spoke light when there's man, a lot of KC stuff was just tough to watch because when he's talking about I spoke life into her every day, like, A, I feel like that's a really arrogant thing to say, like, oh, she
Mm,
wasn't surviving if it wasn't for me like boosting her up. And also like, dang, that's a rough thing to hear. Like
mm.
we already know they're split up, and now you gotta hear like how little he thought of you.
Well, also he was saying things it was all to Trinity's point, it was all, like, physical things, like, she was never physical with me, she never did anything with me, blah, 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 TT did. Like, it was just like that would not make me feel good if I were TT. I'd be like, "Okay, so I'm just, like,
He's like,
easier?"
oh, that's the only difference between me and her is that I said yes.
Yeah. Yeah. There was something else that just came to my head. Oh, okay. So they're getting mad. Like the video shows Casey is defending himself. All the girls are mad at him. And then Anaya kind of stands up and is like in his face.
Well,
I'm
he stood
curious.
up first.
He stood up first. He stood up first. I wish for Carl's sake that Anaya just was the bigger person and zipped her lips and was just like, "I'm done, I don't care." But getting mad, I just don't want Carl to be like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, what do you
I
think?
actually was texting with someone during the show last night, and that was their first reaction was, "Ooh, I don't know that Carl's gonna love this look." And there were a
Yeah.
couple of times like it showed his face, and he looked kind of mortified. Like Carl doesn't strike me as somebody that has ever gotten to a shouting match with anybody.
Yeah, I don't know. He had the pillow in front of his face, and I, like, couldn't tell if he was trying to hold himself back from getting involved and was trying to, like, let them solve it themselves, or if he was like, "Oh god, I'm cringing. This is so bad. Like, I can't." I
Well,
hope we find out.
I feel bad for Carl in essence because A, he already didn't get picked and then came in and like, yeah, of course she's interested now that Casey came back with somebody. Like if Casey
Mhm.
comes back alone and Carl shows up, does he even have a chance? And then the whole thing is now still basically about her being mad at KC and all this. And if I'm Carl, I want to be I'd want to think, hey, that didn't work. No, you got your feelings hurt, but hey, I'm here now. Like this should be your focus. Like, why are you getting
Yeah.
riled up over an ex?
Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll find out. Unless he's like Bryce, because Bryce was like when Trinity was like going at Casey, Bryce was like, "That's my girl." So maybe Carl's like, "That's my girl." I don't know. I
I
have no
just
idea.
I want to be a Bryce and find a Trinity and go on a jet ski so bad. Like
I
they're so adorable to
cried.
me.
They're so and I cried, and the part where at the end so he asked her to be his girlfriend, which I have not seen that on the show. They always say, "Do you wanna be closed off?" But
Yeah, I think
he
that's
was like, "Do
definitely
you wanna be my
different.
girlfriend?" And I thought that was really cute. And then there was a scene before he asked her to be his girlfriend where Zach said, "Do you think you're falling in love with her?" And Bryce goes, "Isn't that the point?" And I was like, he's literally here for the right reasons. Because a lot of people do not see that as the point of Love Island. They see it as like to stay on the longest, to win the money, to get the most followers. But Bryce is like, no, I'm literally here for love. And
I think
I
he
saw, go ahead.
no, I think he's got the most pure intentions, certainly of any of the guys on there. Well, you know, and
Mhm.
I
Or
can't really speak
Carl.
for. I was just gonna say I've only known Carl, a shorter amount of time. I think Carl's
Mhm.
probably there for the right reasons too.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say that Bryce got scouted. So I think that's interesting because a lot of them applied to be on the show, but some of them got scouted. And I think that shows a little difference in what they're looking for.
If I'm applying, I've already thought about like, ooh, I can get followers. I can start,
Mhm.
doing social media stuff. Whereas he wasn't even thinking about it, and
Yep.
they found him.
Mhm.
That's That's pretty telling. I would like to know, like, after the season, which ones were scouted and which ones applied,
Same.
and see if you
Same.
can kinda tell a difference in how they move.
Same. I wonder, I feel like Anaya would have been scouted. I don't know. I've seen her
Yeah.
Instagram and I'm like, she has a really good Instagram.
Well, and with
Same with
her,
Soul.
like, connection to, dad being in the NBA, all that,
Mhm.
she's got enough of a presence where she could have been found to be
Mm.
scouted.
You're so right. Okay, let's close this up soon. So, this is another note that I had. I felt like Kenzie was just sitting there silently. Like Melanie was crying after the sincere video. She was doing like a baby voice. I don't know if you noticed that. She was like, "Can you hold my hand?" to Anaya, and it was really sad. And then I looked at Kenzie. Kenzie was just like, I don't know. It was weird. Like she
So,
wasn't doing anything.
I don't think Kenzie's a girl's girl.
No, I don't think so
Um,
either.
and I think it's a combination of I don't think she cares about the other women as much as she, like, says she does, and I think she knows that movie night is gonna reflect really poorly on her. So I think
Mhm.
she's already thinking of her own issue she's about to be in.
Yeah.
Um, one note I made here, I thought it was pretty interesting how when Zach was really getting it from Kada, at the
Mhm.
very end, the 2 Casa girls stepped in and borderline saved him.
I saw that. Wait, you're talking about when she was like, "Wow, so you didn't pick me. Alana went home, blah blah blah," and the girls were like, "He was gonna pick you
The
anyways."
one was like, he was gonna pick you, he didn't do anything, like, after that fir they said, he was always talking about your relationship with her,
Mm.
and then they said one other thing, or they said, "Oh, I was sleeping right next to him, and, like, there was nothing going on."
Yeah.
Which, like, assuming what they said is true, I thought that was cool of them to, like, step up, help Kata feel better about it,
Mhm.
help out Zach a little bit. Um,
Yeah. You're right. Also, I didn't really feel like he did like her. Like, I in the beginning, he was definitely into her. In that first conversation about the cats, he was, like, excited, but then you could tell he was like, "Alright, this is I don't really like this."
Yeah, I think he took it farther than I would once he heard the brother information.
Oh,
Um, so I already know where 2 of these women are gonna make a lot of their money after this show.
okay.
Anaya and Melanie got the pep talks down pat. They are about to make a killing on Cameo.
Oh, Melanie's speech. So when Anaya picked wrongly and she picked Casey, he didn't pick her, and then Carl goes home, Anaya's like sobbing, like drops to her knees crying. And the speech that Melanie gave her, I was like, whoa. She said, bitch, this isn't Build-A-Bear. We're not like, or something. Like, I was like, whoa, did you just pull that out of your head? There were so many, like, really
Well,
good.
and Anaya got her back last night at the end of movie night. Like, she I forget exactly what she said, but it was like another, like, really good pick me up, "You got
Mhm.
this." I'm like, "Man, these girls are gonna be charging about $120 for a breakup, feel better cameo, and they're gonna be rolling them off the press."
I would be too. Man, if I got off that show and I had that platform, I'd be like anywhere I could get money. I'd be like, brand deal, let's go, all of that.
Oh, cameos are great, and they're so easy. Like, if you are anybody, you can list
Mhm.
on Cameo for 25 bucks a pop, and someone's probably gonna I mean, I've bought, like, 6 cameos.
Oh, really? Who have you bought them from?
So, I bought my mom a cameo
Mhm.
from Fiona the hippo for her birthday
I
because
don't even
she's
know
a
who that is.
it's the famous hippo at the Cincinnati Zoo. So, you literally get a video of this hippo, like, eating a watermelon and, like, snorting at you.
That is so thoughtful.
My
Wow.
ex was having a really tough time at
Mhm.
school or work or something. And you remember the cheerleading show that got big on Netflix where they had the
The
one
Dallas?
guy No, the one about, like, the college cheerleaders at, like, the
Yes.
junior college in Arizona,
Yeah, what was it called? Was it literally just called Cheer? I forget. I know
something
what you're
like that.
talking about though.
And there were the one guy that was really
Yeah.
inspirational. Now, he ended up being a total sleaze bucket and, like, I think going to prison. But
Yes.
before that, I got her an inspirational cameo from him, and it was awesome. It was like, "You
That's
got
really
this,
nice.
girl. Like, you're gonna have a great week. Like, you're gonna crush it."
Oh my god, that's so thoughtful. I know exactly who you're talking about. It's been so long. He was, like, teaching gymnastics, and it was
Mhm.
something with the children. Oh god, that didn't
It
age well for you, that cameo.
No, it didn't. I was like, "Oh my gosh," I helped, like, fund his defense, like, but anyone if anyone, like, has a favorite show or a favorite
Uh-huh.
athlete or something like that, getting a cameo is a really cool, like, off the beaten path, thoughtful gift to get somebody because you can have them say whatever you want in there, and you can do it for you having a bad day, birthday, celebrating something, like, whatever.
I am 100% gonna do that. I should do that for my dad. He has all these, like, random people that he's into that, like, they're
Uh,
not super famous, so I would be able to afford, like, a cheap cameo for them.
yep,
I
that's
love
the ticket.
that. Okay, what other notes do you have before we wrap up?
Oh my gosh, I mean, so many, but I think, yeah, I had one so I have the spoke life into her line. T
Mhm,
T Titi or Tiara's loving this.
mhm.
"Oh shit, Kada knows. Corbin knows he's about to get lit up, and he doesn't mind."
And he doesn't mind. I was watching his facial expressions the whole time. He's very expressive. He's, like, smiling, he's looking around, like, he's having the time of his life.
I think him and Bryce may be the 2 most content men on there because
Yeah.
for better or for worse, I think Corbin came on here with one goal in mind.
Mhm.
I think he's achieved that goal, and he had to step on toes and hurt feelings along the way, but for Corbin's personal goals
Mhm.
in this game, I think he's done exactly what he set out to do.
You're so right. So the thing with Parmita where I think that's her name,
So
otherwise known as
sounds right.
Parmesan online, but so she like there's a scene where they're in the kitchen, her and Corbin, and Corbin was like, "Kenzie thinks that this is lustful." And Parmita's like, "No, like we have so much more than just attraction to one another. Like we really just like each other or something." And I was like, "Y'all." Y'all are not connecting on that level, you're just attracted to each other.
Well, I'm not sure for either of them, there's a whole lot more levels to connect on.
No,
Like,
you're
when they were
right.
sitting there
Maybe this is
talking,
as deep.
he's like, "I've never met someone who's perfect like I'm perfect. Like, I'm perfect, but you're perfect, so we're perfect for each other." And I'm like, I can't imagine perceiving myself
Yeah,
like that and, like, owning it and believing it, and she does too. Like, I think they are
she
actually perfect for each other.
she said, "If I was a guy, I would be you." And I'm like, "Ew, this is you're like" I don't know, that's, like, a little weird, right? So you're I guess it's, like, narcissism a little, I don't know.
Like, do 2 narcissists make a right? I guess we'll find out.
I love that. Okay, I think that's a good place to end. I definitely wanna do this again. I loved having
Million
you on the
percent.
show. Okay, you're a
I
great
will come
guest.
back anytime.